like a Friday night. I'm living life crazy, going wild like a Friday night. All things wasted, on a Friday night. I'm living life crazy, going wild like a Friday night. All things wasted, on a Friday night. I'm living life crazy, going wild like a Friday night. All things wasted, on a Friday night.
Jules, word.
Like a Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Lady Soul, we living life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into the episode of the Wonderkind Morning Show. What's good, everybody? I'm your host, Nitro. Let me say good morning to everybody in the chat. See how everybody's doing. We're going to get this show on the move. Got a lot to break down today, and we're going to start off with saying good morning to everybody. So, Kush, first in the building. What up, bro? On his Wiz Khalifa. Glad you're here, bro. Stacy, always a pleasure to have you. Good morning to you. Jared Thomas, what up? Yeah, bro, we in here. King Lee, what up? Ashley Shelton, always a pleasure to have you. How are you doing? Robbie Pate, what up? Don Royal, what up? Burrow has no defense, no O-line. They're not making the playoffs. Facts. They're not. And we're probably going to blow them out, most likely. I have a feeling that we blow him out because he wants to come back. We're going to get into it, but he wants to come back Christmas. But we'll get into it. Producer, what up, what up, what up? Zigo Kage, I see you in here, bro. What's up? Good morning. See who else we got in here. Eli Sports Guy, I peep you, bro. Well, we play at 425 this week. Yeah. Yeah, we play a little late. What the? Siri picked me up talking to you guys. But yeah, so I think, yeah, we play at 425. So it's a little later. But it's all right. I'm good with it. I'm good with that. Spend some time with the family. Then I'll come over and go live. It's perfect for me. Pablo, what up, what up? All right, guys. So, King Blaze, what up? I see you, King Blaze. All right, guys, let's get into it. Nitro Joe Burrow is coming back super early. Reportedly is coming back in late November. He wants to come back for the Ravens versus Bengals on Christmas. I say let him come back. But we'll see how it works. So, guys, we're going to start off with John Harbaugh. And a lot of times when Harbaugh speaks, more times than not, we know he's twisting the truth or outright lying. That's kind of the way he's no disrespect to him. He is a politician. He is a politician that decided to become the head coach of a football team. That's what he is. And yesterday there were questions asked about the team and certain stuff like that. And he was real talkative because, of course, we're on a 3-game win streak. And, of course, you know, the team's looking a lot better. And, of course, we might be able to win the division more likely than not. So he was very talkative, laughing and smiling. But there was a couple questions about Keaton Mitchell. And I've been a staunch critic of the usage of Keaton Mitchell. Staunch. Like, I've been one of those guys, like, how do you have a player of that magnitude not getting any touches? It's not even saying you're not getting barely any touches. You're not even dressing him out for the game. So he had, of course, answered some questions on it. And some of it really hits home to what I've been trying to tell y'all about John Harbaugh. And I'm going to play the audio and video of it, and we're going to break it down even further. Okay? Let me hit the chat real quick, see what else it is. Because, yeah, he's probably going to come back earlier than expected. He wants that hero storyline to possibly steal that MVP possibly from Lamar. Listen, right now, the runaway MVP should be the running back for the Colts. And I'm a Lamar guy. That's my guy. Right now, barring injury, so far this year, I don't even understand how you can even argue it. The MVP of the league has been that running back for the Indianapolis Colts. That's I don't understand how you would even argue not. Even his last game with him going for 286, Jonathan Taylor, yes, rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 50 yards receiving on top of it. Come on now, bro. I don't even understand how people even Dwayne, good morning. Tez Walker, good morning. Tila, once again, always a pleasure to have you in here. How you doing? I don't understand how you can even argue that point. I get that it's more quarterback driven because they're the most important players in the league. But right now, Jonathan Taylor has been far and away the MVP of this year. Far and away. And if Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens can win 12 games, and he stays on his pace, Lamar's probably going to throw for 3 interceptions and 40-plus touchdowns, about 4,000 yards passing, and about 600 to 700 yards rushing. Yeah, so he's probably going to be runner-up again this year if they stay on this pace. But I don't see how you argue against Jonathan Taylor. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio and video of what John Harbaugh said, and we're going to break it down. Okay, guys? Yeah, I think if this team goes 12-5 and Lamar starts putting up some stats, yeah. Because right now he's still on pace for 40-plus touchdowns. Lamar Jackson right now is on pace for 40-plus touchdowns. In 3,700 passing yards and 600, 700 rushing yards. But we already know that he has games where he can throw for 400, 300, whatever else, kind of get that boost up. So, yeah, I think he won't throw 4,000. I think he'll throw 3,800 yards. I think he's not going to rush for 4,000. I think he'll rush for 600 to 700 yards. But 40-something touchdowns to 2 or 3 interceptions is incredible, and I think that's what he's going to have. 70% completion percentage on top of it. Come on now, bro. I think he's going to be runner-up unless Jonathan Taylor keeps on his pace. Jonathan Taylor is on pace for 2,000 yards plus. He's on pace, I believe, to break the rushing record, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Before we even go to what I want to show you guys, because I don't like leaving stuff open-ended. Let me go. It's a personal thing of mine. I don't like leaving things open-ended. Let's go check that right now. Jonathan Taylor stats. Jonathan Taylor right now is at 1,139 yards. That's what he's at right now. There's 7 games left. How much is he averaging? He's averaging about 110 yards a game. So maybe not 2,000, but darn close. Darn close to 2,000. He's averaging 6 yards a carry on top of it. And he already had 15 touchdowns. Bro, I want you to understand what he's on pace. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4. He's had 5 games of 2 or more touchdowns and 4 games of 3 or more touchdowns. He had 15 touchdowns right now, right? 15 touchdowns, and we're still got 7 games to go. Dude, we're talking about a guy that could get, bro, we're not just talking about 2,000 yards. Context. He might be able to get, let's see, 139. Let's do the math real quick. 139. So that's 113 yards. Okay. 113 times 7. 113 times 7 equals 791. 791 plus 1139 equals. So he's on pace pretty much for 1930 to 2,000 yards. Right? Okay. He's averaging 1.5 touchdowns a game right now. That's what he's averaging. So he's on pace right now for 26 touchdowns and 2,000 yards rushing. How in God's name does he not get the MVP if he does that? How? While the Colts might end up being and having the best record, not only in the AFC, but in football. Explain it to me. Jared Thomas with a $5 first donation of the day. Let's go. Yes! Nitro Nick Grant on the podcast today. We'll be talking about the tush push. Let me let you understand something right now, Jared Thomas. If the tush push was working in favor of Kansas City, he would be fighting for it to stay. Because he would make the argument that all of you guys can do it and you're not even, you know what I'm saying, you're not being successful at it. So how are you going to ban me from the thing that I'm good at just because I'm overly good at it? That would be his argument. So I'm not even going to try to listen to that. Real talk. But shout out to you for the donation. Best Nation donation. And then Flex don't say because he's not a QB. Daniel Jones does not deserve no. Come on now, stop it. Like, I want you to understand, 2,000 yards, 26 touchdowns. And is that total touchdowns? I don't even think that's total because he has receiving touchdowns, right? But I can't believe we're going down this rabbit hole real quick. But let's go down it. Because doesn't he have receiving touchdowns too? I'm pretty sure he has receiving touchdowns. If I'm not mistaken. He does. He has one receiving touchdown. And he has 300 yards receiving. Oh, my bad. No, my bad. He has 2 receiving touchdowns, right? He has 2 receiving touchdowns. So right now he has 17 touchdowns on the season. He has 260 yards receiving. Bro, he's on pace to break Chris Johnson's all-purpose yards. And he might have a chance at the touchdown record. Just to let you guys know that. LJ Nation, what up? Like, let's keep it a buck right now, bro. I think Chris Johnson all-purpose like 25-50, something like that, for all-purpose yards. He's well on pace for that. Well on pace. He has 17 touchdowns on the season right now. Next week, he might hit 20 touchdowns for the season. Bro, y'all have any idea how crazy that is? That next week, he might end up in the 11th week of the year with 20 touchdowns on the season thus far. When Henry had 20 touchdowns on the Ravens, they were arguing to give him MVP over Lamar Jackson. He's getting at least Offensive Player of the Year. He might, if he gets MVP, he's getting Offensive Player of the Year also. He might sweep it. He might get Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. He's going to get the FedEx Ground Player of the Year award. He's going to sweep it. I can't believe but that's why I love the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Sometimes we pivot to different things that's not even planned. He has 30 receptions on 32 targets for 260 yards, 8.7 yards a pop, 2 passing, 2 receiving touchdowns. So let's just say for the sake of argument, he does pretty much that for the rest of the year in receiving, right? He'll end up with roughly the most receiving yards of his career. He's on pace for almost 500 receiving yards and about 5 receiving touchdowns. That's what he's on pace for. JSN's not winning Offensive Player of the Year. He's not. Listen, I get it. JSN's been balling. But you can't look me in my face and tell me a running back that can put up almost 30 touchdowns, right? 2,000 yards rushing while having the best record in the league is not going to win the Offensive Player of the Year award. There's no way. There's just no way. There's just no way. There's no way. We are talking about a player that will be approaching 30 touchdowns on the season. Mind you, next week will be week 11. If he plays a regular game, 2 rushing touchdowns or a receiving touchdown, he will have 20 touchdowns in week 11 for the NFL. That's all of Derrick Henry's production last year. In week 11. He's getting all pro. All pro first team is his. Are y'all not realizing how crazy this is right now? Are y'all not realizing how crazy this is? The most touchdowns he's had in the season is 18. The most rushing yards he's had in the season is 1,800. That was the best season of his career. 1,800 rushing yards, 18 touchdowns, and also that year he had 360 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. That was the best season of his career. He's on pace to blow those out of the water. Mind you, he's averaging 6 yards a carry. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. It's not even close. Like, this isn't like last year where you had 2 guys pretty much finished with 2,000, another guy behind him with, 1,600 yards. Like, it's not the same year. It's not. Matter of fact, let me go check Jackson Smith, the Jigba stats. Let me go see where he's at right now, because I know he's doing really well too. He's at 1,000 yards, 16 and a half a pop, 5 touchdowns, 63 receptions. That's what he's on. That's what he has right now. He is averaging 100 yards a game. So he's on pace to end the season with 1,700 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. It's not even close, bro. I be saying, what up? What up? That's what he's on pace to do right now. 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns. 16.5 yards a pop, 111 receptions. That's what he's on pace for right now. It's not even close. Like, yo. NFL rushing. Yo, check this out. Rushing leaders. How much is he ahead of the second place person? Oh, James Cook is second. James Cook is right behind it with 920 yards. James Cook is on pace for 1,800 yards. Sorry, 1754. He's on pace for that right now. Hey, I'm loving light skin move the conversation along there. Yo. Oh my God, y'all crazy. If Taylor gets MVP, Jay isn't getting OPY. It can't. It can't. Yo, he's not even in top 5. He's not even in top 5, bro. He's not even in top 5. He's not. Nitro Negro, I got to give it up with this tush push thing. He's sounding bitter. He's sounding like someone that got beat in the Super Bowl by the tush push. And he got beat by a quarterback that he said the quarterback couldn't throw. Who didn't just outplay his running backs in yards because he ran for more yards than anybody in the game, but also outplayed his quarterback. So, yeah, he's real salty. Super salty. Pink Himalayan salty. Dead Sea salty. Delvon's in the building. Hold on. 92 yards is what James Cook is averaging right now. James Cook for the Buffalo Bills is averaging 92 times 7, 644. Yeah, he's on pace for 1,700 yards. Yami, what up? Come on, what up? So, yeah, it's not even close. Those two have been leagues ahead of everybody else. Leagues. And Jonathan Taylor got 200 more yards than Cook. He got a full 2 games more yards than Cook. So if you're looking at 100 yards a game. He has 2 games more production than him. Telling you, yeah, I expect Browns D to make stuff difficult for us. Definitely. Definitely, yeah, sports guy. Definitely. I'm telling y'all, man, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, it shouldn't even be an argument. Jonathan Taylor's going to have one of the greatest rushing seasons of all time. What's the touchdown record? Robbie Pay with a $2 donation. Yes! Hit the like button, guys. 54 people in here. Please hit that like button. 100% correct. Shout out to you, Robbie Pay. Best nation donation, bro. Thank you so much. Let me say touchdown. Let me see that real quick because he might be going for the record. LaDainian Tomlinson had 31 touchdowns in a season. He has the record. So 31 is the record, right? And then I know LaDainian has that too. For the season, though, what is it for the season? 28. He's on pace for that. He's on, bro, to show you how crazy it is, he's literally on pace for LaDainian Tomlinson's record. He's going to have, more than likely than not, he's going to have 20 touchdowns by this week. 20 touchdowns. That's crazy. That's crazy. Gomez say, I really think Lamar not the MVP. I say that. So right now, the only MVP right now is Jonathan Taylor. And it's not even, and I don't even think it's an argument. Lamar, if he keeps on his pace, will probably be runner-up. Or if he goes nuclear at the end, he might be able to overtake him. But how could you look at a player that sets the NFL touchdown record, right, while rushing for 2,000 yards and say that he's not the MVP and his team will have the best record in the league? That's not, like, bro, come on now, let's be real. Spiritual War Exposed with a $10 donation. Yes! Check out the post-game press. Lamar was asked during final third down, what was the combo with John? He said, ain't talk to coach. I was talking to my teammates. Let my butt off, bro. He can't stand John. Listen, Lamar speaks very highly of him. I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, nope. He speaks very highly of him. That's what it is. Straight up. There's no way Drake is going to win MVP. There's no way. The Colts will have the best record. That's what they're on pace to do right now. They're on pace to have the best record, and their running back is on pace for 2,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Sorry. Like, what are we, like, at some point, we got to stop with the theatrics. Like, be real. Let's be 100% with everybody, guys. If a running back runs for 2,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, and his team has the best record in the league, yeah, he's going to have MVP. I understand, like, yeah, I love Lamar. Yeah, he should be getting, like, MVPs almost every year. But this will be the year because he missed time, and he's not going to have just the raw statistics, not much less even the wins, if it keeps trending how it's trending, to thwart that team or that player for an MVP. And I'm a fair person. Got to be fair. Got to be fair. Now, if Jonathan Taylor drops off, tapers off all of a sudden, and only finishes with like 1,700 yards, even that's an amazing season, and only finishes with 25 touchdowns, but Lamar finishes absolutely strong. The Ravens go 12-5. They might have one more game than us. You know what I'm saying? And one or two more games than us. And Lamar has all of these 40 touchdowns, 2 or 3 interceptions, 3,800 passing yards, 700 rushing yards. Then okay, then I can understand that. But if he's on the pace, if Jonathan Taylor keeps pace of what his average is right now, bro, you know he can increase the average too right now too. He can go for another huge 2 or 3 games. Come on now, bro. He's on pace for 2,000 yards plus, and he's on pace to almost tie or beat LaDainian Tomlinson's touchdown record, which most people thought is untouchable for the single season. Not just rushing yards, but also total touchdowns. Come on now, bro. All right, Eli Sports Guy with a $5 donation. Yes! Stafford MVP, Taylor OPOY. Cool, let's talk Ravens now. Why do y'all doubt me so much? Best Nation donation. Shout out to Eli Sports Guy for supporting. All right, let's get to some Ravens talk, guys. So this was the media thing that Harbaugh was talking about with Keaton Mitchell. Okay, guys, let's pivot. Let's go.
John, we've seen the change of pace with Keaton Mitchell work really well over the last few weeks. Do you sort of like the level at which you're using that right now, or is that something that we could maybe see even more in certain games? Or
yeah, I think more. Yeah, more. We should, and we were kind of intentional. We wanted to do more. You know, just for whatever reason, we didn't get to it, but definitely want to see more Keaton. You know, I think more you can mix it up. It's hard to take. I mean, you know, it's hard to take plays off Derrick Henry's plate. You know, that's a challenge. You gotta. I think anybody can understand that, but mix.
That's the only part that I'll give him understanding for, because it is hard to take plays away from Derrick Henry. Because once again, I keep trying to tell everybody, it's the gravity of Henry that makes Henry special, right? People come down into the box and try to slow him down before he can get his legs moving. That frees up guys behind him. So bigger chunk plays and stuff like that. The gravity of Derrick Henry. So I get that part. But still, Keaton Mitchell should have about 20 to 25% of the touches. Real talk. You can give 75% to Derrick Henry. He's still going to get almost 300 touches. But 25% need to go to Keaton. As much as we run the ball, 25 should be Keaton. Or at least 20 at the minimum. Real talk.
Mixing it up is also a good thing too, you know, and I think all the guys understand the value of that too. So we're going to try to find that. It's going to be game to game probably, you know, but try to find that world where, you know, everybody's most effective.
Was it something that he improved on that led to his increased role, or was it really more from the coaching game plan side?
Say again, please.
Was it something that Keaton did that earned him an increased role, or was it more from the game planning side?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit of both, but probably more Keaton. You know, just watching him throughout the course of the season, you could, you know, he's been working hard, but he was coming back, hadn't played a lot last year, and I think he kind of was getting his sea legs back as a football player. You know, offensively and on special teams, both. And he made a big impact on special teams yesterday, twice as a gunner. I don't know if you noticed, but he had one play on the left sideline where he got down there right away, and then he had one where he got tackled and backed him up to the inside the 7-yard line, which was huge for us because it backed him up on that last drive, and then McCarthy got the big scramble, but it only got him out to like the 35-yard line because of that. That was a massive play, kind of hidden yardage play by Keaton. But even as a running back, I think he's really starting to, in the last, not just now, but in the last probably 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you could really start to see him come alive.
You know what the funny thing is? It's not that he's coming alive as a running back. It's because Harbaugh's using him more and more on special teams. That's why. Yeah, he was you see him, he was a gunner, and he made such play after play being a gunner. That's why Harbaugh's giving. Bro, I've been trying to tell y'all this sometimes. It's so frustrating because it's like understanding how the coach is and then knowing why he does what he does, and it all has to do with special teams. and we're keeping a guy off the field, literally nothing more, but because he's not a special teams guy. Like, come on now, bro. It's nasty. Nasty. And not just like a returner. Like, he wants him like as a gunner and stuff like that. Jared Thomas with a $5 donation. Yes. Nitro, what has gotten into shady? Bro said that Hurts has the winners intangibles that QBs like Lamar don't have. He didn't need to mention Lamar. Lamar brings them views, bro. That's the only reason they mention him. Real talk. Mind you, Shady played with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, but his best seasons was as a Philadelphia Eagle. He's going to speak glowingly of those three teams, just the way it's going to go. Once Lamar wins a title, they'll take her back some and try to spin it as he's taking too long to win one, and now he has to win 2 or 3 for them to really take it serious. Just watch, that's coming down the pipe. But Best Nation donation, thank you so much for that, Jared Thomas. But you see what I'm talking about? You see what I be talking about what's frustrating with Harbaugh? Is that you have a player that shows so much promise to your team. Everybody can see it. Everybody knows it. Same thing I said with Isaiah Likely, right? And you don't give him opportunities to be on the field. And then you say, oh, it's we got to do a better job of that. This can't be on Monken. You can't blame this on Monken because this is a problem. But even before we had Monken, if I'm not mistaken. This has always been a problem of you guys not using players when they're supposed to be used. Holding back players so they don't get certain stats and drive up their price. Because at the end of the day, that's the dirty side of the business that you guys take so much pride in employing. And then you'll come out and no. That's not it at all. Yes, it is it. When Derrick Henry had the opportunity to get 200 yards in the game, right? You were running him. You know what you did? Took him out the game. When Keaton Mitchell had a chance to get 100 yards a couple times in the past, you took him out the game. Zay Flowers was cooking in the first half. Everyone's like, yo, Zay Flowers is on pace for like 200, almost 250 receiving. That might be the biggest receiving yard game in the Ravens history. You told them to stop targeting him. All of a sudden, no balls went over his side. J.K. Dobbins, same difference. When he was cooking in the playoff game, you put him on the bench. Hollywood Brown, same thing. Why you got soldiers if you don't want to use them? It's nasty work. Then you bring in bad offensive line, take away Lamar Jackson's weapons, right? And you don't give him, and the defense was suffering, and then say, if you want to get paid, go earn it with what this is. And if you can win with them, we'll pay you. Same thing, try to drive down his price. But no one wants to call a spade a spade. What's good, ISO? It's ridiculous. Never forget we refused to run JK at the 2 back in the Huntley-led wildcard game at Cincy. Facts. JK was gashing them all game long. And for the rest of the day, just took him out of the game and said, you're not going to get, no. No. And everybody's saying that's not what teams do. Did you not watch the Seahawks versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl? When Marshawn Lynch got them all the way up to the goal line, on the 2-yard line. And everybody's saying, oh yeah, Seahawks are going to win. Marshawn's going to get the MVP. And they go and try to throw it into double coverage on the right instead of giving it to Marshawn. And then acting like, it was just a bad play call. Even Marshawn came out and be like, they just didn't want to give me the ball. The defense knew the same thing. They just didn't want to give me the ball because they wanted to prop up Russ. Because like everything else, there's politics behind everything. Winning is everything to us. Winning is not everything to these other people. It's not. I need y'all to stop being delusional. It's just not. They'll say it is, but it's not. Harbaugh cares more about being right than winning. That's why Falele is still playing. That's why Voorhees is still playing. That's why Ben Cleveland, and mind you, I don't even like Ben Cleveland. But there's no way it can be worse than Daniel Falala. There's no way. No way. Let's keep it a buck. Y'all say, hold up. Hey, yo. Order in the court. Order in the court. Y'all think I'm done? Ash, don't I bring everything full circle? Huh? Don't I? Shout out to Coach. And then because Coach and them were always big on Ben Cleveland. I did not want Ben Cleveland. I wanted everybody cleaned out for us to rebuild the entire line from scratch. Horace, what up? It's been a while, bro. What up? Remember, I bring everything full circle. Remember that, Ash? Check this out. Oh, my bad. Oh, man. Here it goes right here, right? Check this out real quick. This is the player that could not even get on the field while he was a Baltimore Raven. You remember this guy? Since he's been in a Bears uniform, 15 tackles, 3 sacks, 4th fumble. There you go. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Tez Walker can't even get on the field. Let's keep it a buck. Bolton Bostar, what up? I don't know if he plays special teams. I don't know. But that's what he's doing right now. All of the players that have left Baltimore are having resurgent seasons. Y'all think that's a cool... Bro, y'all don't find that to be odd? Mind you, he's a safety. A safety in which, mind you, we love safeties. We need safeties. He couldn't even get on the field. That's what he's doing on a new team. He's having one of his better seasons on a different team. Halfway through the season. Always same thing. Caillou Blue Kelly, same thing. Joe Flacco, same thing. It's nasty work. Oh my God. Brandon Stevens. Like, bro, I can't keep doing this, guys. I can't keep doing this. Nitro, what up? Horse, what up, bro? Glad you in here, man. Hopefully everything's okay with you, man. Hopefully everything's okay. God bless, bro. God bless. So, I have a question, right? What if Jair starts to ball out of control? What are we then going to say? That it's really not them. It's really not us. It's really them. Come on now, bro. Let's be real. All of the defensive players, right, that we've let go have flourished other places. What are y'all talking about $200 and $100? Y'all wilding out. Y'all just throwing money around like that? Oh, okay. Big ballers. Y'all don't ask yourself these questions. Like, how can these guys keep always going to other teams and finding unmitigated success? Tired of it, man. Listen, let me tell you something right now. And I used to have a coach for the high school basketball team that was like this. He only saw his system. Ego-driven. And there were so many great players that he refused to let on the team who were better than the players on his team. Like, we would run fives. They would run, even when I graduated, they'd run fives and everything else and blow out his starting five. ego in his sister, like, nah, I don't want it. I'm good. I don't need that on my team. And he's like, I don't care if I'm losing. Hear him, that's because I already dealt with stuff I think I really picked, like, really soured me towards coaches like that. It's part of the reason why I'm so hard and I can't stand a lot of stuff Harbaugh does. Harbaugh in real life might be the nicest guy you ever met. I'm not speaking on him as a personal person because I don't know him personally. The guy might be one of the best. I've already said this. As a friend, from what they show, being a friend to a Harbaugh is a great decision because they make sure that you are clothed, fed, getting paid, reaching heights in your career, regardless if you should be there or not. Real talk. We've seen players that shouldn't even have opportunities, get opportunities and start just because Harbaugh likes them, just because they're friends of Harbaugh. Coaches looked out after because they're friends of Harbaugh. And if they don't make it over on this Harbaugh, they go over to the other Harbaugh. But one of the Harbaughs, even to the schools, they show loyalty and say, we're going to take 2 draft picks from this school. So at least you know if you're going to this school, there's a chance of you to get drafted. There's still a chance. There's still a chance for you to get drafted. Just to let you guys know, it's the cord. It's not the actual camera that's messing up. The cold, because I shoot this in my garage, the cold messes with the cords, and that's why it does that. Just to let you guys know, that's why the camera cuts in and out. So you know. So it's not so much, it's just the cold. That's all it is. But yeah. Gomez says, I'm talking junk about our coach. I'm not. I'm speaking honestly. As a friend, he might be the best friend in the world. I be trying to catch the live. Just glad I was for this one. Nah, I'm glad you're here, Air Force. Thanks for being here, man. God bless. Habitual Line Step is in here too. All right. I wish Tack was in here. You know, Tack's my guy. I haven't seen Tack in a little bit too. Tactical. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So Habitual made his way in there. Okay, I see you, bro. They not playing Tez because EDC decided to pay Bateman more money. He don't want Sir to look right about Tez taking someone's spot. Oh, Steve Smith Sr. is who you're talking about. I get what you're saying, bro. Yeah. LJ Nation said, Nitro, I love both Harbaughs because I'm a Michigan fan. I can understand that. Listen, if I needed a friend to call on, Harbaugh, like on a personal level, I'm not talking about as my coach. I'm talking from a personal level, I'm amazing. I mean, family oriented, always looks out for you, likes to do family stuff. You know what I'm saying? He'd be a great friend to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. That's literally the theme song for all the Hardballs. All of them. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till you might need somebody or a hardball to lean on. You just might have a coach that just lost his job. Lean on me for a position. You might have a player that nobody likes. Lean on me, somebody to lean on. Harbaugh. Like real talk, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. That's how it be. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Telling y'all, man. Not a lot of singing time. I'm just being real. That's what it is, bro. I know for a fact that no other team will hire John Harbaugh when he is fired. Now, he'll probably get picked up pretty quick. He'll get picked up. Harbaugh will get picked up. If he was fired, he'd get picked up, Luke K. I believe that. I really do. Real talk. That's being real talk. Also, pivoting to another subject real quick before we start, winding down.
Would it be to, given your history in Baltimore, being a division game, to come back for that game?
Very.
Is that your target?
We'll see. We'll see how these next couple weeks go.
Would it be to, given your history in Baltimore, being a division game, to come back for that game?
Very.
Is that your target?
We'll see. We'll see how these next couple weeks go.
So pretty much Joe Burrow came out pretty much saying he's eyeing on his return versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, guys, I want y'all to understand this right now. Ain't no way. They better tell Joe to chill out. He don't want this smoke. I'm telling you, you better beat it, Joe. You better beat it. Like, bro, Joe Burrow, for you to come back against the Baltimore Ravens, I think you're going to be, you know what it is? He wants to say, well, look at what I did because, I put up great stats versus them. I think if he goes against us and comes back versus, I think he's not going to have a great game. I don't think he's going to have a great game at all. I think he's going to have a bad game, and then they're going to blame the defense and the offensive line while Joe Flacco is looking like absolute magic behind that line. Joe Flacco is looking better than prime Joe Flacco right now on the Bengals. Everything with him under center is better for that team. The offensive line has been playing better, and the running game has been better with him under center. That's not conjecture. That's fact. That is 1,000% fact. Exactly. He's trying to come back real quick because Joe Flacco out here showing out and people questioning. I already said this. I said, why not keep Joe Flacco for cheaper and then trade Joe Burrow? You're getting the same production, but Joe Flacco's a more savvy vet, and he strengthens your running game and your offensive line, while Joe Burrow's going to net you 3 or 4 first-round picks. They could rebuild the entire team while still being competitive and then try to make a run to the Super Bowl. Real talk. Everyone's going to say, oh, Joe, you don't trade a quarterback like Joe Burrow. Why not? I have another quarterback that's doing just fine with the weapons that he has. The weapons are already signed, right? I would straight up trade him. Give me the first four first-round picks. And in next year, I'm vying for a Super Bowl. It wouldn't even matter if all I got was one Super Bowl out of those 4 years of Joe Flacco. Bengal fans would not care. I'm not asking you guys. They would not care. We're talking about a team that has never seen the confetti fall in orange and in black. Never in the history of their team. They've never understood the joy of seeing their team hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They've never seen or been a part of a parade. Never. Trust and believe. If they traded Joe Burrow, they would be mad. But if they got a title out of it in, let's say, 2 years or something like that, trust and believe they would not be mad about it no more. They'll be like, thanks for all the picks, Joe. Thanks for the memories. Remember that one song? Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories. It don't taste like you were sweeter. Oh. Real talk. Real talk, bro. The league tried to take away our last Super Bowl by turning off the light. Facts. Flacco could play for at least 3 more years. At least. Listen, Mike M, once again, this is a team that has never won a Super Bowl. They're having trouble building the team while paying all the players that they're playing. They would have 3 or 4 first-round picks for a trade for Joe Burrow. You know that, right? It would free up a crap load of cap space. So now they can also trade and bring in players. That would be the worst predicament for the Baltimore Ravens. If they did that, then I'd worry about the Bengals. I'd be very, very scared of the Bengals. Because mind you, Joe Flacco is going to give his receivers all of the opportunities to absolutely crush you game in and game out. And with him under center, because he's a savvy vet, he understands when, how to hit you and beat you with the run game. timed run game, which helps out the offensive line. And he's good with not being injured. Joe Burrow is injury prone. Let's just keep it a buck. It is what it is. All the Bengals fans will be mad. Oh no, we're not doing that. Die loud. Never give up Burrow. If they did that, I'm telling you, in the next 3 years, one of the years they'd win the Super Bowl. And then they would be like, "Thank you, Joe. You'd always be a Bengal, but we got a Super Bowl. We don't care." Telling y'all, bro. Nigel Danilowski said this season isn't Trevor Lawrence's fault and that he needs to demand a trade from Jack. See what I'm saying? He just likes certain types of quarterbacks. That's all it is. That's all I'm going to say. That's where his Super Bowl came from. Maybe not trade Burrow and keep Flacco, but maybe look for a younger gunslinger. No, because here's the thing. If Joe Burrow is going to go for no less than 3 first-round picks, he might go for 3 first-round picks in a second, high second. Right? Like you're going to get a king's ransom for Joe Burrow. If you could use one of those ones to get one of the top gunslingers to sit behind Joe Flacco to learn. And guess what? He's going to be cheap on top of being able to rebuild your team. I'm telling you, they'd be mad, but winning cures everything, bro. If they win, it's over. But Nitro, none of that fixes their biggest issue. Yes, it does, because they'll have the draft picks to draft premium players on the defensive side of the ball at high draft positions. They'll be able to draft new pass rushers, linebackers. Bro, like, you have any idea what a top quarterback goes for on the open market on a trade? They're getting, like, on top of they're already getting first-round picks every year on top of it. Then they're getting the other 4 that you're giving them. So they're pretty much double dipping first-round picks every season for like 4 years. Yeah, their defense will be just fine. And then they're not paying a quarterback crazy money because they already paid Joe Flacco, let's say, an extension for 3 years, give him $50 million. He'll be more than happy with that. Boom. Now they have cap flexibility and everything. Come on now, bro. He'll fix their problems that quick. And everybody will be like, that's called leverage. If you're playing chess, pretty much castling. That's what you're just hitting a castle. You're castling. They get drafted just fine in the first round. They drafted T. Higgins. They drafted Jamar Chase. They drafted Joe Burrow. They drafted Chase Brown. They can draft just fine in the first 2 rounds. They draft just fine in the first 2 rounds. And you're double dipping. Mind you, they'll be double dipping in the first round for the next 3 to 4 years. Yeah. I'm telling you, they'll build back their team quickly. They'll be able to get a brand new quarterback, right, to sit behind a seasoned veteran and to learn, all while giving them cap flexibility and being able to get stars on the defense all through the draft. And because they have cap flexibility and all those picks, they can make trades. They can bring in elite players also. Come on now, bro. Y'all like it like y'all don't know how this works. Nitro's out, isn't it? Herbert, Burrow, Purdy, Trevor, Josh, Rips, Dak, Lamar. He rips also Jalen Hurts. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's how he is. That's offense. They suck at drafting and developing defensive players. Bro. See, that's the same logic that members of this fan base think about Lamar. Just think about the reporters that seemingly said the same. No. That's different. It's not even close to being. Joe Flacco under center. The offensive line plays better. The running game under him is better. They're scoring at the same rate as they were with Joe Burrow. That's not the same thing with Lamar Jackson. When Lamar Jackson goes, our scoring per game drops by more than half. Our efficiency drops by almost 40%. What are we talking about? It's not even close to being the same. Not even close. Y'all didn't see what happened when Lamar came out? We were having trouble scoring a touchdown. This man, Joe Flacco's over there throwing 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, Joe Burrow's already a hurt commodity. He's hurt every other year. It would fix everything just off of what you're getting. You get a crap load. You have a guy in there right now that the team believes in and as a seasoned veteran, as a Super Bowl winning champion. He's going to be the leader and the guy that comes behind him because he knows he's old. He knows he's winding down. But your team's offense flourishes under him. That's why Pittsburgh was so mad that they traded for him. That the Browns gave him. They're like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you have a hurt quarterback who has a massive, massive cap hit, right? That you're paying crap a load of money to. That most of the time is not even on the field. But you know if you give him up, you're going to get 4 first-round picks. 3 at the minimum. Do you have any idea what it is to double dip every year in the first round of the NFL draft for multiple consecutive years? Do you have any idea what that is? Come on now, y'all got to be real, bro. Y'all got to be real. Their O-line would be unstoppable. And they would have the flexibility because now they're not paying a quarterback big money to bring in defensive stars and to draft defensive stars. Seattle got 2 firsts, 3 seconds, and played for it. I'm trying to say, if Seattle got 2 firsts and 3 seconds for Russell Wilson, how much do you think Joe Burrow is going to go on the open market? They might get 5 firsts. I'm dead serious. They might get 4. I'm telling you, they might get 5 first-round picks. And I can see more 4 first-round picks and a second-round pick, or 3 firsts, 2 seconds. I can see that happening too. You don't think a team would do that? Come on now, bro. Flacco's good for another 2 to 3 seasons. He's good for 2 to 3 seasons. You could draft a very, very high quarterback to develop behind Flacco. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, man, y'all wildin'. I'll be over there looking at Joe Burrow like, I'm doing this tonight. You're probably going to start a fight, but no, this can't be right. Joe Burrow, goodbye. You thought you was the franchise, but now it's time to say goodbye. I just got to just build up my team. Now it's time for the Bengals to win a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. Thank the Browns for giving me my future. I never thought you were gonna be this, but now you gotta be missed. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Burrow, bye. Oh, make it. I'm dead serious. You be gone. You be gone. He be gone, bro. Gone. Nasty work. But, guys, that's another episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Thank you for watching. And all we get down here from we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Guys, y'all know we end every show. We end with a little bit of nostalgia trivia now. Guys, all of us have grown up with singers. It's funny how everyone's saying singing Nitro. So I got something for y'all. And from the 2000s on, we've had some really good career singers. Guys that have withstood the test of time, been out for well over a decade, shining, doing what they need to do. One of these guys have been out from the 90s. My question to you right now, who has had the better career out of these 4 singers? Chris Brown, Usher, The Weeknd, or Mr. I'll catch a grenade for ya. I need to know, who are you picking out of these four for the best career thus far? What's good, Coach? Bruno. What's good, Raven C? What's good, Coach? This man Yami said the weekday. Oh! Yo, Yami, wow, this man said the weekday. Oh my God. Oh, you see, Taylor says I'm torn. Yeah, I'm torn too. To me, listen, I'm not gonna get, bro. Listen, man. I thought this one would have been a good one this morning. A lot of people love Breezy. Chris Brown has just been steady. Steady wins the race. But Usher, bro, has so many just anthems. Like anthems. And then, of course, you take into the fact of Bruno, and you take into the fact The Weeknd, like, bro, like, Bruno Mars got some hits, bro. Like, I remember the other day someone was bringing some of his, I was like, oh yeah, he sang that too. Bruno has legit some of the biggest hits, like, songs of all time. Like, some of the biggest songs of all time, one of the biggest streaming songs of all time, one of the big, like, of all time. He has that under his belt. And then The Weeknd. The Weeknd, to me, is the weakest out of the three. Even though he has some massive chart toppers, I think The Weeknd is the weakest out of the four. Personally, for me, I think this is between Chris Brown and Usher. For me. I don't know what it is for y'all. But for me, 1A, 1B, Usher, and Chris. Coach, I'm right there with you, bro. Like, I don't see how you... Usher's Confessions is probably, arguably, the greatest male, top 5 greatest male R&B album of all time. Top 5, easy. Because, of course, you got to get into Michael, and then what's his name? Dancing on the Ceiling, all those R&B records. But Confessions is top 5 like record of all time. That album all time is top 5. In R&B male records, that's top 5. And I don't even know how you can even argue that it's not. And Confessions got like 5 or 6 songs that are some of the best R&B songs of all time. Now, R. Kelly, you already know he's the king of R&B. I get that. But he ain't on this list. We talking about these 4 right here. You can keep Robert in the back. Pause, Raven C. He ain't on this list. Well, now because Confessions, I'd put Confessions behind Bad. Like, Confessions isn't better than Michael Jackson's Bad. It's not better than, what's it called? Thriller. And it's not better than the other Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. That album. Mike got like 3 of the top 5 R&B albums of all time, bro. And one of the albums you can almost make an argument that's not really R&B. Because that's the thing with Mike. Mike's like the Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. That album's R&B. Thriller I wouldn't consider to be R&B. That's more rock. Same thing with Bad. Man in the Mirror or History. Those are more R&B. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? Albums. But Thriller and Bad, that's rock. Cause I love Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana is my favorite Michael Jackson song. Cause I'm a drummer. So as a drummer, I just hearing it with the guitar, Dirty Diana is my favorite Michael Jackson song. Dirty Diana. Oh my God, bro. Mike RP, bro. But I think, honestly, with this list, I got to go with one. I got to agree with Coach. Coach is right where I'm at. 1A, Usher. 1B, Brown. I don't know who to pick. You know what I'm saying? Bruno is magical. Weeknd has had an amazing career. But those two guys do not touch Breezy and Usher to me. And Usher has had longevity. Like, Usher has been doing this since he was a little kid. From he was working with Bad Boy all the way to working with Jermaine Dupri and them. So, yeah. Yeah, You Rock My World. Fire. Chris said it's Usher. People really forget how much Chris Brown, bro. Like, people really don't give Chris Brown his flowers. What he has been able to do. I know, because he was supposed to be the next Michael. Then he kind of was in a weird space after the Rihanna stuff. And he kind of like fell into a Bobby Brown area. A Bobby Brown / Michael area. But he's flourished. He's had amazing songs, amazing chart-topping hits. He's had songs that he's put out and then 2 years became absolute hits. So I'm somebody that gives people their love and flowers while they are alive to see, appreciate, and witness them. Chris Brown, I'm talking about just from a talent perspective, to me, the only person over him is Mike, to me, personally. But I'm talking about career in totality. And I can't Usher's just done too much for me just to thoroughly put Chris Brown over him. Usher is one of those guys. But you can't sleep on Chris Brown. You cannot. And we're not even going to talk about the dancing. When he be on that, yeah, and pouring water on himself. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Are we talking career? Bruno is definitely above Chris Brown? No, he's not. Come on now, bro. Stop that. Oh, my gosh. I'm picking both of them. And Chris has a really good voice, too. To me, just singing, he's at the top of the guy's stuff. Then dancing, he's in a realm by himself. He's the total package, and he's an amazing songwriter on top of it. To me, like, he's the total package when you look at an artist. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Don't kill me because I'm beautiful, guys. But I knew this was going to be a good one. I seen it, and I'm like, let's have some fun. But you know how we do it. Y'all know how we do the throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? But, guys, that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you want to donate, the Super Chats is there. Also, CashApp is there. You can see that in the description or at the bottom of the screen. QR code. Hit it if you want to do that, support. But please make sure that you guys like and subscribe and hit that like button before you leave the stream, okay, guys? But be blessed. Have a great day. Stay safe. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. We're going to keep building. And y'all have a wonderful day, guys. Peace. And I'm out of here. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not